Well, let's take a look at shares of Twitter yet again, up about 0.6%, but well off of the highs that we saw this morning. This coming after Elon Musk offered to buy Twitter outright at $54.20 a share. In that filing that was published this morning, Musk said his offer is his best and final. And then he went on to say if it's not accepted, he would need to reconsider his position as a shareholder. Reuters now reporting that Twitter will host a town hall at 2 p.m. local time out in California. Let's bring in Brent Thill. He's Jefferies equity research analyst. And Brent, looking at the share reaction, it does feel like we're kind of coming off of the highs. I mean, quite literally and also figuratively after the news broke this morning. Do you think this is a serious offer on the part of Elon Musk?
It's serious, but they're not going to accept it. No board's going to accept a 54.20. Second, I don't think they want a single individual holder. Third, I think clearly what Musk is saying in his tweets, and we unpacked the 20 tweets he had over the weekend, a lot of this is true, right? What he's saying, the improvement of the service, the quality, converting the headquarters to a homeless shelter. I think it was more of a spin on, the employees need to be more productive. The productivity of the Twitter employee base relative to its peers is low. So I think, what he is saying is actually constructive and good and is going to force positive change, which needs to happen. But I think a lot of this was starting to happen with the, announcement of the new CEO last fall. And so a lot of this is underway. And I think this board is going to say no on this transaction. And then the question is, does Elon follow through on what he's saying? Does he dump all his stock? Does he bring the price higher? No one believes that this is final on a final price. No board in America is going to take that number.
Brent, you almost wonder, I was going back and looking at that statement that Parag Agrawal put out on Monday saying Elon Musk is no longer joining the board, where he said there will be distractions. And you wonder if he already kind of saw this coming. You're saying the board's not going to accept this offer. At that point, does the board shop Twitter around? I mean, is this company now in play as a result of what Elon Musk has done?
Yeah, I mean, I think that if you look at the board, right, Brett Taylor, who's a co-CEO at Salesforce, is connected to all the top execs in tech, including Mark Benioff, who wanted to buy Twitter in the past. So is Salesforce going to make an offer? I don't think they will, but he obviously is well connected and well respected among the technology industry. On the other side, you have Egon Durbin, who is, the rainmaker in private equity and knows everyone in finance. And so Egon also, I think, they have the right co-captains, if you will, among others that are on that board that are very capable. But I think that they're in good hands when you look at one of the top finance leaders, when you look at one of the top tech leaders, they have all the right connections. So right now it's hard because the government's going to say no to any large transaction that if the rest of tech wanted to do this. Even if someone like Microsoft, who bought LinkedIn and has done wonders with LinkedIn, they're right now trying to consume Activision. They just did Nuance. They probably don't want to open up that door in at this point. Maybe they do. I don't know. But I think, it's hard to see who the next logical player would be. Could Elon go higher and then put in, you got to get rid of the 420 out of this. I don't care. It's not going to be anything with a 420. Okay. So take that out, bring the bid to 60. Okay. Offer 60 and then put together a constructive structure around how they would run it. Then maybe, but that's what it's going to take. And we'll see if he holds up to his words. I mean, I think everyone's fearful that if the board comes back, that Elon just hits the sell button because, again, none of us expected to wake up to an offer at 3 a.m. this morning. I didn't.
Brent.
So you never know what he's going to do.
It's Brian. So, I mean, that's an important point that you're making. So if we back up, what you're saying is that this is not Elon's true final offer. So when and if the Twitter board ends up turning this offer down, how willing, and I know it's difficult to get yourself into the mind of Elon Musk, would he be to go up to $60 a share? Because for the shareholders, it might be about price, but for Elon, it's really not, is it?
Yeah, it almost feels like this is a game when you offer, that kind of number. It's it's kind of borderline unprofessional, when you think about that number, and you think about, like, yes, the board wants to get the right offer for shareholders, but they also have to put in the how do they run the company? What's the right thing for the company over the long haul? So they could take an offer, and then effectively some of these actions that he wants to take, if he took all of them, could actually really hurt the company over time, right? So I think there's a balancing act. Bid's got to go higher. It's got to be a clean number. It can't have that number in it. Secondarily, it has to have the right construct of the right management and the right board and ensuring this. So I think that those details need to be ironed out. But there's no one on that board that's going to take that 54.20. Okay.
So quickly, that means you don't see this episode ending in Elon buying this company, however long.
I think the question now is, does he really follow through and dump the stock and go away? Or does he actually say, 60, as we've said, final and offer in the US has no binding, right? In Europe, it does. When it's said in Europe, it is binding. So I think no one believes that. So we'll see, is he bluffing? Will he go higher, or will he just dump his stock? Those are the two outcomes we're watching for, but it ain't going to be 54.20.
I have no idea. I don't know how many more 13Ds and 13Gs I can handle here. But Brent Thill, Jefferies equity research analyst, we will have you on when the next 13 drops. We appreciate you stopping by.